Welcome everybody to the Dirty Shore Underground episode 2 of the relaunch. Yes, we are back. Me and Tony are back once again. Now we are talking about Iron Army and everything that it's involved in, and they do a lot of good stuff. That video is messing me up worse than mine.
You know what? Yeah, I think I should set mine. I'm gonna set mine over here because it feels like a Chinese movie.
Because I'm trying to look at both of them, and I think it's an ADHD.
I was wrong in saying Chinese. I don't want to be politically incorrect.
But with that in mind,
Kung Fu. Yes.
But with that in mind, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever. Dirty Shore UG. Go to Anthem. Tony.
At Iron Army. On Facebook and on Instagram. You can check me out also at www.weareironarmy.com. Still under construction. Bodies under construction on the daily. Special shout out to my man Train with Try. Special hand workouts. Jermaine, how that hand. We going to discuss the hand. We ain't going to discuss the people, but we going to discuss the hand.
Oh shit, my boy Chance is watching. Thank you, Chance, for doing the podcast with me Friday night.
What up, Chance?
Glad you're here tonight.
Woo! We in the building.
It's about to be some fun. Where is the belt? You were talking about the belt. Did you bring the belt?
Yes. Oh, the belt is here. But then, the belt.
Episode 3.
Yes.
You can only handle so much at a time.
So much at one time. One time. Only so much.
But from what you'll hear from our later podcast, Chance is a major wrestling fan, and he's got to have the enjoyment of being involved with some stuff, and you'll hear about that on the podcast that I recorded Friday night. So stay on the lookout at Dirty Shore Underground for that one in the future. But for now, we are going to talk fitness.
Fitness at all times. Awareness, preparedness. I can't help but to speak on Chance though, because he has, kind of made me think like, wow, this guy is a wrestling fan. So make sure you stick around, man. You know what I'm saying, for the next hour as our special host, or our special guest host, comes through and anoints us with his presence. In terms of fitness, though, in terms of Iron Army, a lot of people don't know, and some do. A lot do, especially if you've been following us, But Iron Army is anagram. It stands for intensity and resolve over negativity. Always results in motivating you. When things get bad is when you have to go harder. And you have to put yourself mentally in a state where that becomes your response. It's something that we all work on. It's something that we all try to get to. But the only thing that's unfortunate is that when we're at our strongest physically, we're at our weakest mentally. Mm-hmm. And then when we want to be at our strongest mentally, we're at our weakest physically. Everything in this world, man, it revolves around balance. And it revolves around purpose. So put purpose in the finding balance. You can look for different ways to do it. But you still, even though the equation remains the same, but you got to plug your own numbers into it for what it is you want, what it is you want to do, what it is you want to accomplish. And as simple as that, that's what it is.
Buddha says that's real?
Oh, absolutely real. It's absolutely real. It's the main, is a rep from Iron Army. There was a lot that didn't change for me physically until I mentally changed and realized.
And people could hear all about that on previous episodes. So
absolutely,
that's a great thing. You better jump back and go back when the SUG started in 2015, I do believe. me and Tony and Rob got to sit down together, and we went over a whole lot of stuff.
Absolutely. Long live Stickman. Hashtag Stickman going viral. The Walking Dead.
Stickman.
Stickman.
Swimming zombie.
I don't need to know his name. I just need to know what he do. He take that stick, man.
Morgan. Whoop that motherfucking ass.
Yes, sir. That stick is devastating.
But yeah, next weekend you got something pretty awesome coming up.
Yeah. If everyone didn't or doesn't follow or needs to follow or is just curious, Iron Army on a monthly basis we move and go to a different gym. We call this a black op. Now we call it a black op because normally we would just go to these gyms with a few of us. We would do a invasion style workout, not in an ignorant sense, but just in coming in and giving it our all and seeing what the gym has to offer and doing our best to utilize all of these things. And we do a review on these things. So they were getting to the point where people were like, man, I wish I had known you were there. So even though this is a black op, we still post to let people know.
Now it is a promotion comes in. I'm sure they can hear that. Something's going on around Caroline County. Somebody got in an accident or something, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with the promotions and everything, next weekend they got this Black Op.
Right.
Correct myself.
Yep. And we're going to be at World's Gym in Millsboro. There is no one in Millsboro. I know. The first time I put up Milford.
So now you're being corrected.
Yes, I am correcting. Because it's Millsboro. People are like, Milford, there's no damn World's Gym in Milford. No, there isn't. But it is in Millsboro. And
I'm sure they got some kind of gym there that could be a future Black Op.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're in the area and you want to be able to, get yourself or the gym or where you work out at, involved in the Black Op, maybe we can come down and visit you guys, and you guys can come out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a back and forth situation where we can all just come out, have some fun, get swole, and then we go find ourselves a steak dinner after that, because you need a steak dinner after that.
Out there.
Absolutely. Them females, come get it. We got a whole female battalion, a squadron. Now, for instance, you might not be able to see what's going on here, but let me get you
That's not going to work.
No, it's not.
That's going off this camera here.
It is?
Yeah. This one or that one, and she's got to come in front of one of these two.
Oh, all right.
See, that one's got 1 viewer, this one's got 6.
Right. So you'll see me here, but
because we are double live streaming tonight on Facebook and YouTube.
This is so heavy. Now you won't be able to see it here, but you will be able to see it later. Do you have any workout recommendations for me? Mom, I do. I do.
Switching it up. I'm in the middle.
Yep. You see what it is? Well, you can't see what it is.
Give it a second. It'll get there. Just go ahead.
Okay. All right. I'm going to keep moving. Put this down. What you want to do beyond anything else is to keep your upper body strong. Use what you can use. Make the most of what it is that you have. Because that's what's going to keep you stronger, keep you more independent of anyone else's movements. And I know that's what it really is. As I get older, as a lifter and as somebody that's involved in fitness, I think about doing
we're trying to hype you up.
I know. She's so funny.
More females, more females.
Listen, I was answering a question. Pay attention.
Look, that stuff at Powerhouse with them females flipping them tires intimidated me. We talked about that on the podcast too.
Look, see, I was answering a question. You know what I mean? See, do you have any workout recommendations for me? This is what I was answering.
Okay.
That's what I was doing. Before you said you forgot what he's talking about. That's crazy. Well, anyway.
Like she didn't see the book beforehand.
Right.
Right.
What we're supposed to be talking about. Right. So, using what you have is always optimal. When you don't have something you can't use, learn to work around it. You can always come on, check us out on YouTube, Iron Army, on YouTube.
Run away.
She gonna run away, you know. She done made her appearance.
You were trying to get me on camera. That's why I came over there.
I know it. I want you back. I want you back.
Continue for answer questions.
I want you back.
I'm hungry. The bull is not. Yeah.
I can't force
She can only
the
be
food
mad
to
at
get here.
Domino's at this point.
Right. And before you say Domino's, I thought it was healthy. I am healthy. And I eat Domino's on cheat days. This is my thing.
Although I could tell you that you could eat shitty food and still get in shape at least.
Yes, but only while you're a certain age. You know what I mean?
Not our age.
You gotta cut it back. You know what I'm saying?
You just have to watch your intake and how much you do it.
Right.
I mean, there was a point where I was living off McDonald's and I lost 30, 40 pounds.
But see, when you get older,
Metabolism
Yuck.
sucks.
yes, well,
If it was good, I could sit on the couch and not be fucking 250 pounds.
no, nothing,
You got to put the work
nothing
in.
like that lasts. Yeah,
Put the work in.
My metabolism always sucks.
Man, you play games.
Yeah.
I feel like I
Like
need.
Duty
I
Crush.
feel like I need to join Riot City and like become a manager or something. Like I might not be able to act, but I can get in the ring and get hit by a chair. So
Right, but you know, you still got to be in shape.
I can talk shit and then get hit by a chair, and that'd be that. I think people would enjoy it.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is,
I
is
would
that you
enjoy
know.
it.
See, but I want to be the type of manager where they're gonna hit me with that chair, and
I was gonna say you said
and I make
you were
them eat
bringing
that
out,
song, bitch.
You were gonna bring out a character nobody's seen. So where's that character?
Oh well, that character is not yet here. You know, he likes to be fashionably late. You know, he can't help it. He's black. Was that wrong?
So
We're always
stereotyped. So wrong. So wrong.
No.
I thought that was just women, but all right.
Oh God.
Wrong. Two wrongs. You and Diddy and the dog.
Keeping it real, man. Look.
Rob let us do this shit, so.
So always try to just keep in mind, but in terms of fitness, in terms of working out, anything small that you do that changes your normal routine will burn more calories. And this is how we started. But you always keep in mind that the smaller the step, the smaller the result. Consistency builds confidence. So you have to gauge on your own how much consistency, how much confidence that you put into action that you do, so you commit to what it is you can commit to. Sometimes things happen, but
Now for not to cut you off or anything,
over there.
but for people that don't really remember the podcast right after me and you did the DDP yoga,
Oh,
how much effect did that have on you as a weightlifter?
I ran from that experience. I cannot tell you a lot. I have a mantra that says you either run to it or run from it. I ran from that. I was like farting. You could hear like my backbone just like pop. And I was like, oh shit. You know, it's hard. I was sweating like a wildebeest. And
It was pain.
it was painful, but it was
You felt good at the end.
right. But sweating is, you're going to do that. I honestly recommend it because I had to back up from it. I had two different goals. Strength-wise, I was looking forward to, and I wanted to stick to what I was sticking to. It's because I got it like that. You never know what you might see. Right on that ass. If the grape one is food.
She's the sober one.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's not. My persona, the other guest is not. Nothing like that.
I could have sworn. Alright, I'm off. I could have sworn I heard a door.
That's
All right.
devastating. She was supposed to come back with the box.
I don't know.
But because the
Hurts
signal
my
was
stomach.
off, that did not happen. No fault of hers. She is the most amazing. Huh?
It was just people.
Oh. But what I'm curious though, what I'm curious about is when we're talking about fitness and where we're going with the industry. We said it before a little bit earlier that I got a great product from Iron Army. It's being supported by Training with Trades, being supported by Powerhouse, it's being Jim, and it's also being supported by everyone that's heard the idea. And the unfortunate thing is, I can't let it out because of the patents that are in place. But very, 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 very soon, I'll have the actual physical copy in my hand.
And you'll hear it here first.
Absolutely.
Outside Iron Army, because Tony has access to do that now. So I'm expecting to see some fun stuff on his part.
Absolutely.
To keep the Facebook live and entertaining between shows. He's always got something going on, so you'll always learn something if he's at a gym.
Yep. And let me put this out here too. If you know, live band, Iron Army Music has got some great situations in place, but we're trying to find players who who are going to be committed to doing something next level. So it's like it's very frustrating when you got like all the work in the world and you can't complete the work, so you don't go for the contract, and that's where we're kind of sitting at. We're looking for players. We've had an extreme amount of success though with Blood, Sweat, and Iron, and we're working on the EP follow-up to that. We're going to be moving things in different ways instead of just CDs. We got a technology in mind that's going to put CDs to the back of the phone.
No.
So yeah.
No. Look, no.
Yeah.
No, brother, no.
I mean, you can still get CDs.
Go look at Mom's collection and then try to tell me no.
But we're on that next level tech. Next level tech.
If I support the artist, I buy the CD. The physical CD.
Right, but the Iron Army, the next level.
If I had a record player, I would buy the records too, because Twisted's whole crew just put out a whole bunch of 1,000 copies of stuff for Record Day at local record stores. So
that is pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. But see, like it doesn't excite me the same way because unfortunately.
Promoted him. Yeah.
Twisted. CDs giving respect to the old school. Did you like how I switched that up? Support. It's all coming back around 360, baby. Make sure that you do your part to keep what's real, real. Keep what's fake, vacant. So, on that same tip, we want to make sure that when we're listening, we're talking, we're still talking about, still on the topic of fitness, and I have taken upon myself what was a great challenge, and that was the training of my wife, who just rolled out of it. It's hard to train a woman that you're with. Yeah, it's very hard because women don't want to listen to their men.
Your phone died.
My phone is absolutely dead.
So with getting into before we go into episode 3, what I want for you, with me getting back into DDP yoga, send me one inspirational quote a day to remind me that I need to stay on what I'm trying to accomplish.
I understand that fully, and you can get that from me, because when
it don't matter what time of day, as long as I get one at some point in the day, it'll remind me this is what you're trying to do. At least do the things you said you were going to do.
People, in general, can let you down.
Yep.
They can lie. They can mislead, whether it was purpose or not purposeful.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. but a 45-pound plate.
Or how much those tires?
Tires depends.
Big tractor tires they were flipping in the parking lot that one day at Powerhouse.
Oh, that was like a 200-pound tire.
Yeah, and people from Powerhouse, I'm sure, they were the ones that were controlling it.
Right.
And completely nailing. And it was male and females, which, as you would also hear on a previous podcast, that was the point both me and Rob were like, no, we ain't gonna go make a fool of ourselves after them females don't flip them tires. We knew both of us were not in the shape to do that.
But see, like, what's beautiful about Powerhouse Cambridge, and I'm not saying that other gyms don't have that same vibe. That's why we go out and we do our black ops so we can, you know what I mean, kind of help people that are looking for a place or looking for a home to live within their own communities.
Mm-hmm.
So, but one thing about Cambridge that I love, and Erica, God bless her, she's the owner there, and I'm telling you, what I love is that there's still a family vibe, and I don't mean like necessarily kid, daughter, brother, father, mother. I mean it's like family as I've walked the road that you walk, or I'm on the path that you're thinking about stepping on, no matter how far along it is. You know, from the guy that looks the best in the gym, to the guy that has only been there a week or only been there a month, you still get that same vibe. There's an energy there that you can feed off of, that can make you better. You know, that can make you want better because you realize you're not alone in how you feel or how you talk.
Yeah, and I do want to say, because I know it, from what I see on Facebook and stuff, if you're in a gym and you're somebody that looks like my brother here, don't put down somebody that might look like me. Do what you can to lift them up.
That's
because
right.
that goes a long way to help them get themselves where they need to be. You might be saving them from a heart attack and death.
Yeah.
There's been so many cases of it from what we read online. If somebody's making that effort to get to the gym, try to lift them up. Don't be that asshole that puts somebody down or makes them jokes.
Right.
And you're talking about them.
Right.
It's just mean.
And it's totally possible to take yourself to the place you want to be. That's a very important rule as far as what we do. Strong people don't put others down; they lift them up, and that's what you're supposed to do. Because we've all started at a place or been at a place where it was difficult, where we didn't know what we were doing, where we were looking for help, where sometimes we found it and sometimes we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But we either had to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and pull ourselves through, you know what I mean, or pull ourselves towards where we thought we could get help. But that's the beauty of training for me. It's where I found my spirituality at. It's where I found the promise. It's where I found the covenant, if you want to put it in such a way. Because I would always get out what I put in. It's not like team sports where you can give 100% and someone beside you can give only 30%. If I only give 30 and you're giving 100, when we lose, when you give everything you had, it's disheartening. And it makes you angry for the person that isn't. Mm-hmm. But see, the gym is a one-on-one thing. It will give you exactly what you put out. It will make you face yourself.
Yep.
And it's the awesomest way for therapy, in my opinion, mental therapy. There's nothing better for mental health than a gym. Whether it's a boxing gym, a weightlifting gym, or both, because you are physically aggressive and angry when you have these types of situations. What they don't have is something that can stabilize that aggression when you don't know where it comes from. Well, maybe it comes from the fact you're supposed to be a warrior. You're supposed to fight.
And that goes back to ancient times.
Right. It's in your blood.
That's
Let
why
them take from you what's supposed to be there. Learn how to control it. And you'll see a power that you haven't seen within yourself since you were a child.
That's why some of us listen to fucked up music.
Right.
And we'll hear a little bit about that on the next episode,
right.
along with local music.
Mm-hmm.
Because we still got to get there.
Boss code.
So we got at least one more good episode for you guys.
Absolutely.
But we're going to take a quick break and we're going to go snack on some pizza.
Enjoy yourselves.
Enjoy yourselves.
Because I'm going to enjoy myself.
Damn right. Stay tuned for the links coming up in the next 10, 15 minutes or so. Mm-hmm. Somewhere in there.
Yeah. Mama, you got my plate? Daddy needs his plate.
No, but I gave Mama a
But this has been episode 2 of the relaunch.
That's what I love about you. Episode 2, the relaunch. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us so far. We got more on the way, more in store. Please come back. The Groove City Carnivore, Eastern Shore.
Dirty Shore Underground on all your social networks. Tony Steele, Iron Army.
K. Diddy, DSUG.
Thank you guys.